haven't seen Corypheus yet. Bet that's about to change.
I'd count on it. Be ready.
I hear fighting ahead. Cannot be.
Across the bridge! Now!
At last, Mathal's sanctum. Let us proceed before Corypheus interferes.
You said Corypheus wanted an eluvian, but he mentioned a well of sorrows. Which is right?
I am uncertain of what he referred to.
Could they be the same? Could alluvian translate into well of sorrows?
No. It seems an alluvian is not the prize Corypheus seeks. Yes, I was wrong. Does that please you? Whatever the Well of Sorrows might be, Corypheus seeks it, and thus you must keep it from his grasp.
Let's find this well before Corypheus's people do. I want to know how Corypheus returned to life. We saw him die.
And his life force passes on to any blighted creature, darkspawn, or Grey Warden.
So that's how the bastard survived, Hawk.
We'll find a way to stop Corypheus once we're done here.
'Tis strange. Archdemons possess the same ability, and still the Grey Wardens are able to slay them. Yet Corypheus they locked away. Perhaps they knew he could do this, but not how. I see the Red Templars have already encountered the temple's guardians. Why would this be here?
Something wrong?
It depicts the dread wolf, Fen-Harel. In elven tales, he tricks their gods into sealing themselves away in the beyond for all time. Setting Fen-Harel in Mythal's greatest sanctum is as blasphemous as painting Andraste naked in the chantry.
My clan set statues of the Dread Wolf outside our camp. They're meant to frighten harmful spirits.
Perhaps. I thought the ancient elves above quaint superstitions.
For all your knowledge, Lady Morrigan, you cannot resist giving legend the weight of history. The wise do not mistake one for the other.
Pray tell, what meaning does our elven expert sense lurking behind this?
None we can discern by staring at it.
You two look like you're about to kiss when you argue.
'Tis time we pressed forward.
Agreed.
It's sealed.
Corypheus's lackeys managed to open it. Perhaps the altar holds a clue. It appears the temple's magics are still strong.
Ancient Elven. I can't make out much.
Atishor vir Abalasan. It means enter the path of the Well of Sorrows.
There is something about knowledge, respectful or pure. Shiven. Shivenen. 'Tis all I can translate. That it mentions the well is a good omen.
At least we know the Well of Sorrows was important.
Supplicants to Mythal would have first paid obeisance here. Following their path may aid entry.
Perform a ritual to appease elven gods? Long dead or no, I don't like it.
If need be, unless you wish to turn back. Do not step any place you have stepped before. There can be no vacillation. This is where petitioners walked the path of their gods.
It is where they paid fealty to the gods. I have seen it, in the Fade. Only the reverent were permitted to touch this ground, and only in solemn contemplation.
Well done. Let us see what awaits.
Hold them off!
catch them.
Hold a moment. While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
An army fights and dies for us. The longer we tarry, the more soldiers we lose outside. Let's jump down and be done with this place.
In this case, I must agree with the witch. This is ancient ground, deserving of our respect.
You see the urgency? We cannot find the Well of Sorrows unprepared.
We don't know what's behind those doors. They might have a reason for going another way.
Had they the option, they would have proceeded. That must lead to their goal.
Their goal? Or yours?
There is a danger to the natural order. Legends walked Thedas once, things of might and wonder. Their passing has left us all the lesser. Corypheus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
I wasn't expecting your answer to be so romantic.
Trust me, your surprise is matched only by my own. Mankind blunders through the world, crushing what it does not understand. Elves, dragons, magic. The list is endless. We must stem the tide, or be left with nothing more than the mundane. This I know to be true. I read more in the first chamber than I revealed. It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but at a terrible price.
What exactly did that altar say about the Well of Sorrows?
Like most elven writing, it was insufferably vague. The term I deciphered was Halam Shivanas, the sweet sacrifice of duty. It implies the loss of something personal for duty's sake, yet for those who served at this temple, a worthwhile trade.
Did you not trust me enough to tell me about...
I hoped to find more. My priority is your...
and gain?
That is what we...
What's this?
I believe we are in the presence of the elven goddess Ondrul, Lady of the Hunt.
Or a goddess of sacrifice, according to some.
Truly? I wonder if that is why Ondrul's patron animal is the hare. 'Tis said the Dalish invoke her before a chase, especially if they happen to be stalking humans.
My clan avoided human settlements, never mind raiding them.
A sound tactic, if one has room to maneuver out of harm's way. Other Dalish clans do not keep so scrupulously hidden. Indeed. Time to proceed to the next ritual, I should think.
Complete.
We are close. There is but one more path to follow.
What now?
Come, let us see if the doors have opened. Tis not what I expected. What was this chamber used for?
We're being watched.
Vernavis. You are unlike the other invaders. You have the features of those who call themselves Elven. You bear the mark of magic, which is familiar. How has this come to pass? What is your connection to those who first disturbed our slumber?
I don't understand the slumber bit. Who are you?
I am called Abelas. We are sentinels, tasked with standing against those who trespass on sacred ground. We wake only to fight, to preserve this place. Our numbers diminish with each invasion. I know what you seek. Like all who have come before you, you wish to drink from the Vira Belasan.
The place of the Way of Sorrows. He speaks of the well.
It is not for you. It is not for any of you.
Our people have lost everything. They need you. They could learn from you.
Our people? The ones we see in the forest, shadows wearing Valisleen. You are not my people. And you have invaded our sanctum as readily as the Shemlin.
We knew this place was sacred. We've respected it as best we could.
I believe you. Trespassers you are, but you have followed rites of petition. You have shown respect to Mythal. If these others are enemies of yours, we will aid you in destroying them. When this is done, you shall be permitted to depart. And never return.
This is our goal, is it not? There is no reason to fight these sentinels.
Consider carefully. You must stop Corypheus, yes, but you may also need the well for your own.
accept your offer.
You will be guided to those you seek. As for the Virabella San, it shall not be despoiled, even if I must destroy it myself.
No!
They left someone behind. A handy guide, maybe?
Mytholanast.
That's helpful, since Morrigan chased off on her own.
She seeks to protect the Well of Sorrows.
This place looks untouched.
The entire temple must have looked like this long ago. How could the elves pour such devotion into this nonsense?
We can always ask our hosts.
I will leave that to you.
Penshra, Gilas Velathan.
I believe she would prefer that we remain close.
Just a quick look around.
Vir Sumiel.
So Mithal endures.
Andraste, guide us.
You tough bastards. A day's march, hours of fighting, and still fierce as dragons. The Chantry never knew what it was throwing away.
Samson, sir, watch out!
Inquisitor. You and those elf things don't know when to stop. You've hunted us half across Thedas. I should have guessed you'd follow us into this hole.
I spoke with your Tranquil, Maddox. He sacrificed himself for your cause.
I told him not to. He died as one of us then. One of the faithful. Corypheus chose me twice. First as his general, now as the vessel for the Well of Sorrows. You know what's inside the well? Wisdom. The kind of wisdom that can scour a world. I give it to Corypheus, that he can walk into the Fade without your precious anchor.
What's your part in it? What's a vessel?
What else empties a well? I'll carry its power to Corypheus. One more task entrusted to me. Being force-fed Chantry lyrium was good for something. This armor makes me a living fortress, mind and body. I won't forget a word of the well's knowledge. Corypheus will be unstoppable.
Once Corypheus is that powerful, you and your soldiers will just slow him down.
You dare say that to my face? After you butchered my men? You're no match for Corypheus. Even if you drink from the well, you'll never master its wisdom as he could. This is the strength the Chantry tried to bind. But it's a new world now, with a new god. So, Inquisitor, how will this go?
Power's all well and good, till it's taken away.
What did you do? What did you do? My armor is gone. The lyrium! I need it! Kill them all! take it from Corypheus. You mustn't.
He's still breathing.
We can take him back to Skyhold for judgment.
You heard his parting words, Inquisitor. The elf seeks to destroy the Well of Sorrows.
So the sanctum is despoiled at last.
You would have destroyed the well yourself, given the chance.
To keep it from your grasping fingers. Better it be lost than bestowed upon the undeserving.
Fool. You'd let your people's legacy rot in the shadows.
Corypheus needed Samson to use the well. Without him, there's no
The moment we leave, the well clearly offers power, Inquisitor.
Do you even know? As each servant of Mythal reached the end of their years, they would pass their knowledge on through this. All that we were, all that we knew, it would be lost forever.
This can't be easy.
You cannot imagine.
There are other places, friend, other duties. Your people...
Elven such as you?
Yes, such as I.
You have shown respect to Mythal. Is that your desire? To partake of the Vira Belasan as best you can? To fight your enemy?
Not without your permission.
One does not obtain permission. One obtains the right. The Vira Belasan may be too much for a... Brave it if you must. But know you that...
Bound to a goddess who no longer exists, if she ever did.
Bound as we are bound. The choice is yours.
Is it possible this Mythal might still exist?
Anything is possible.
Elven legend states that Mythal was tricked by Fen-Harel and banished to the Beyond.
Elven legend is wrong. The Dread Wolf had nothing to do with her murder.
Murder? I said nothing of...
She was slain, if a god truly can be. Betrayed by those who destroyed this temple. Yet the Vira Belasan remains. As do we. That is something.
Are you leaving the...
Our duty, eh?
There is a place for you.
Perhaps there are places. It may be that only Uthenra awaits us, if fate is kind.
You could come with us.
We killed ourselves.
Malas Amali Nahalam Abalas. His name, Abalas, means sorrow. I said, I hoped he finds a new name.
You'll note the intact Illuvian. I was correct on that count, at least.
Is it still a threat? Can Corypheus use it to travel the Fade?
You recall when I took you through my Illuvian, the well is the key. I did not expect the well to feel so... hungry.
Let's not be reckless.
I am willing to pay the price the well demands.
Or more likely to...
What would you know of my...
You are a glutton drooling at the sight of a feast. You cannot be trusted.
Of those present, I alone have the training to make use of this. Let me drink, Inquisitor.
You alone?
I have studied the old... Can you honestly tell me there is anyone better suited?
What about you, so...
No. Do not ask me again.
I would be.
You lead the I have the best chance of making use of the well.
You're not concerned about the price.
Bound to the will of a dead... Perhaps a compulsion yet remains. Who can say otherwise? I do not fear it, even so.
Are you sure you want this,
We do not, and yet it must be done. I am ready.
Thoughts?
She is right about only one...
If it is truly between you and her,
You're asking me? This is a lot.
Enough deliberation. Give me your decision.
Look,
How would you know?
that's what Abelas was telling. The collective will of the priests puts anyone who...
That would match the legend. I would still use the well, but you are right. We must be cautious.
If anyone is to use the well, it will be me.
So you will take what little knowledge you can understand and let the rest go to waste?
And who's to say it will go to waste?
I do. Perhaps it is better this way. Do as you will with the Well of Sorrows.
A Magister wishes to rip the veil open. I must learn how to stop him. If you can help me vanquish Corypheus, take whatever price you wish.
Let it end this way.
How do you feel?
It is done.
pleased to report we won the battle, Inquisitor. When you went through that mirror, Corypheus and his archdemon fled the field. I'm not sure why.
What he wanted was no longer within the temple.
Perhaps. He spent so long trying to get into the temple, he probably could...
Then, if he is wise, he will not.
He won't hide.
You hear it. The well speaks to you.
Something from that well is speaking to me, though it's hardly making sense.
If only one who understood such voices had used the well's power instead.
Then we'd have to rely on her interpretation of them, and whatever she chose to tell us.
Have I not been forthcoming enough for you, Spy Master? I told you what the well could have done, Inquisitor. You should be hearing shouts from the heavens, not whispers.
Then help me. Isn't that what you came here to do?
Earlier you said you knew what needed to be done next. What did you mean?
The dragon is not an archdemon. It's a dragon in which Corypheus has invested part of his power. Kill it, and his ability to jump to other bodies is disrupted for a time. He can be killed.
That's no simple task. Corypheus alone is powerful, but where there's dragon...
There is a way, but I'll need more...
The voices from the well... Very well, Inquisitor. Speak...
Are you certain of this?
We have no choice.
I'll see to Skyhold.
Come swiftly. The day the Herald of Andr... Defeat him, and you'll be more than a holy man to the people.
I couldn't have come this...
And there, people joined the... I wanted to tell you that I share their sentiment.
You've always...
It's me. Farewell.
Forgive me, Inquisitor. For personal interest, I have relieved Knight Templar Samson, General to Corypheus. His head is too valuable to take. Kirkwall, Orlais, many would see him suffer. I can't say...
The headman's axe isn't enough?
The Red Lyrium will steal your vengeance. You know what it does.
Are you still loyal to that thing? He poisoned the Order.
Templars have always been used. How many were left to rot like I was? Piss on it. I followed him, so Templar... Same lie as the Chantry. The Prophet just isn't as pretty.
I found your people. They believed in you.
Not your bit.
Your friend Maddox was so...
They were always going to die. I made them believe their pain had It ended. Corypheus would kill me on sight. I'll tell your people what they want. Everything I cared about is destroyed.
Well, Samson, you will spend your remaining years... Cullen will be your handler.
I doubt the commander...
You're not wrong, but you serve something greater than yourself.
Mix and match, pick your batch.
If I hear one full of...
The Temple of Mythal sounds like the most interesting place. I hope you brought back samples of, well, anything. I can't...
So, we went to an ancient ruin where you... and wound up back here. I don't want to think about this anymore. You want to discuss something?
Why did you do it? I warned you not to.
Solus.
You gave yourself into the service of an ancient elven god!
What does that mean exactly?
You are Mythal's creature now. Everything you do, whether you know it or not, will be for her. You have given up a part of yourself.
I have not become Mythal's slave.
Not yet. But if you remove the layer of nostalgia from stories of the elven gods, you might see the danger. They were arrogant and fickle. They warred amongst themselves. They had feuds, vendettas. And you are bound to one of them now. I suppose it is better you have the power than Corypheus. Which leads to the next logical question. What will you do with the power of the well once Corypheus is dead?
This war proved that we can't go back to the way things were. I'll try to help this world move forward.
You would risk everything you have in the hope that the future is better. What if it isn't? What if you wake up to find the future you shaped is worse than what was?
I'll take a breath, see where things went wrong, and then try again.
Just like that.
If we don't keep trying, we'll never get it right.
You're right. Thank you.
For what?
You have not been what I expected, Inquisitor. You have impressed me. You have offered hope. That if one keeps trying, even if the consequences are grave, that someday things will be better. Forgive my melancholy. Corypheus has cost us much. The Temple of Mythal did not deserve such a fate. The orb he carries, and its stolen power, that at least we may still recover. With luck, some of the past may yet survive.
Thank you, Solus. We couldn't have done this without you.
You are welcome.
Good afternoon.
I think I am you ready for anything?
What happened at the I should go back, shouldn't I? To Tevinter? All my talk of how terribly wrong things are back home.
How does this relate?
You encountered ancient elves. Maybe my people can atone. Maybe not all of us want to, but that could be altered. If you can change minds...
You're not doing nothing, Dorian.
Thank you for saying. I want to do more than stop. It might surprise you. You're shaping the world. If it means prove... The Inquisitor's work is never done, I see.
Greetings again, Inquisitor. There have been a few...
My dear, I know you must have a great deal on your... You know as well as I how far the... Our opinion will be instrumental in their election of the new Divine.
What do you say?
The Inquisition may not be invited to their vote. To sit on the Sunburst throne, Cassandra may lack the first two, but unless you can think of someone better, she is the strongest choice.
Leliana might be a better...
Leliana is a well-meaning fool. She proposes to abolish the circles with nothing but a sod... When an angry mage lashes out inside a tower, mages will die and take... Consider carefully. It's been quite the momentum. How do you feel? It's not every day one absorbs ancient elven magic.
I've never felt better.
Glad to hear it, my dear. The pieces are nearly in... You've done well. I always have time for you, my dear.
The Empress has given...
I was pondering, is it so ridiculous for the Grand Clerics to support me? Why shouldn't they?
If you were divine...
Change things. Your support of the Mage Rebellion was a good start. No more circles. The mages will be... In fact, it will accept everyone. The Chantry allows our differences to tear us apart, instead of teaching us how we are the same.
I think you would make it...
I am glad to hear it. Justinia wanted the Chantry to grow. She was held back by tradition and was too gentle to force change. I will make that...
You can't force people...
Then how will change ever come? People do not simply have... Justinia thought the circles needed to... The Chantry alienated potential allies by brutalizing elves and belittling... If we could bring them into the... There are those who would cling to the old ways. But I've rambled on too long. I didn't get the chance to say... After that terrible journey through the Fade, it must feel good.
I'm thankful to...
And you've done it twice now. With Samson gone.
I wanted to thank you. When you came to see me, if there's anything... This sounded much better in my head.
I trust you're feeling better?
Yes.
Is it always that bad?
The pain comes and goes. Sometimes I feel as if I'm back there. I should not have pushed myself so far that day.
I'm just glad you're all right.
I am. I've never told anyone what truly happened to me at Ferelden's Circle. I was... not myself after that. I was angry. For years, that anger blinded me. I'm not proud of the man that made me. Now I can put some distance between myself and everything that happened. It's a start.
You're a better person than you give yourself credit for.
I appreciate the thought, but I know who I am. Anyway, I meant to thank you, not trouble you further. You've enough to worry about. How are you holding up?
Honestly, I'm terrified. So many people depend on us, on me. Corypheus is still out there.
We've made great strides. Do not doubt yourself, or the Inquisition just yet. If there's anything I can do, you have only to ask.
Victory in the Arbor Wilds. The Archdemon might have been a real threat. It is still out there, however. I wonder what Corypheus...
He'll hide.
Do not underestimate Corypheus. But he will come. You will get your chance.
We'll face Corypheus too.
There is not another man. Not long ago, you, the man I love, victory close at hand. The time has come to consider what will come next.
I don't care what's next, as long as we're together.
And if I am named Divine?
I won't lose you to the Chantry.
You haven't lost me yet.
Samson took everything from those Templars. He corrupted their souls, twisted them into everything they stood against, everything they would have hated.
I know the Red Templars fight for Corypheus, but I feel sorry for them.
They're barely human now. The Red Lyrium left Samson's mind unaltered. He knew what he was doing. And he dares speak as though it were a mercy? The man's a monster. I pray his information is useful. His life is good for little else.
Samson is everything you say, but it's over. You have to let this go.
Over for us, perhaps. For Samson. Not for those still controlled by Corypheus. The Red Templars needed to be torn down. We've broken Corypheus's army. I might have known some of them. If my life had gone differently, I might have been one of them. Do you ever wonder what would have happened if you had not been at the Conclave? If you'd never become the Inquisitor?
Why would I care about what might have been? I'm here now.
And Corypheus is still out there.
Until we stop him, yes.
Though all before me is shadow, yet shall the Maker be my guide. I shall not be left, for there is no darkness in the...
A prayer for you.
For those we have lost, and those I am afraid to lose.
You think talking to the Maker...
I found comfort in faith when my life... Corypheus will retaliate. It's only a matter of time. We must...
From moments like this, perhaps.
There are fewer of...
There's time now.
Blessed are the righteous, the
I
lights
heard
in the
reports.
shadow.
It sounds
In their blood,
magnificent.
the Maker's will
I
is
hope we
written.
can explore it fully once
I didn't expect a Chantry Mother to be in...
Whether your gods are myths or aspects, whatever we find will help us better understand them. But of course, was there anything else, Inquisitor?
Do you know who the Grand
It is a difficult decision. As Inquisitor, whoever is chosen needs your support. You are the lords of the earth. Go forth to claim the empty throne.
That was one of the old gods speaking.
Yes. Dumat, as I... All their power and all their vanity they turned against the veil.
That sounds like what...
Very similar, Inquisitor. Beneath their feet. But when they took a single... shaking the very foundations of heaven and earth.
Corypheus said he found only...
The chant of light. And so is the golden... Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting.
Corypheus seems so certain that he had...
Bitterness, perhaps? Violently were they bearing the mark of their crime.
Walking bodily in the realm of dream, could it be related to the...
I cannot say. Perhaps it was always taught that bodies... That is all I know of your adversary.
Some of the Chant of Light describes...
The Chant of Light is the work... Listeners may have misheard one of Andraste's songs, and how many verses were stricken or... Still, I would...
Good, Inquisitor. I am glad that issue. We are groaning with resources. They are not. They are all as good. I have skill.
My Maker know my heart. Take from me a life of
No
sorrow.
time.
Lift me from a world of pain. Judge me worthy of your endless pride.
Inquisitor. What do you think allowed the triumph of the Temple?
The sight of you warms the heart. Whatever advantage she hopes, we shall...
Our heroes strode the winding road, defiant of the vile. Uncertain pause for home and cause.
So to kill Corypheus, hope. That's it. Just one more big fight to put this Magister out.
How much did you think?
Corypheus died. And then... That's why he always felt wrong. I thought dying was forever.
It's hard for any of us to make sense.
But is it him? Could I have saved the real Cole?
What happened to him?
His hands were bruised from beating on them. His belly hurt like knives, throat cracked. He said, "Thank you."
Maker, I hope it's not me. He meant to watch forever. He called...
Come on.
Inquisitor, you honor us with your presence. May I bring a sampling of fine cheeses for you and your...
I don't...
Well then, just a bottle of... Please enjoy your meal this evening, your...
He saw me. They all see me.
Next, you'll be eating and drinking and everything else.
What else is there?
Have you used the privy yet? That should be enlightening.
I find people when their pain leaves them open. I ease the pain. I leave, they forget. That was enough for me. Now they remember, and I'm not sure...
Cole?
There was a mage named Reese at the spire. He was one of the few who could see me. He was my friend. My only friend for a long time. Evangeline showed me that Templars could be kind, but even she...
Cole, if this is...
Gentle. But this is... When I found out I wasn't... That's why I was scared about letting all these people see me. That's why I love...
Your love?
Yes. This world taught... But now I know that does... I have enough self to know that what I felt was...
It's another good...
I might like being... It wasn't blood in the bath, fingers on the scalp, intimate, and then the moment it... But I'm real. Because I'm real, everything sticks. That helps. Yes, it's not... I remember... I sometimes see why something I said would bother Cullen.
What's the difference
Spirits are... They don't remember much. I wanted to help people. Now I can see more.
Are you still physically the same?
I was always fully... The way I move comes from... My body is just like the real Cole.
Why aren't...
I can't know for sure, but his sister might have... Then the Templars threw Cole in dark. He thought that if he didn't have magic... Good...
Most of the charges are still at the Temple of Mithal. I'm Mr.
Has come to be alive in the circle of shy where we will thrive without...
Going well, I hope? Varric came by to talk. He told me a story about copper marigolds.
It's lies, you know. I didn't say anything.
Inquisitor?
How shall I refer to you?
I've gotten used to Blackwall. Almost like Inquisitor. Reminds me of...
Everyone...
Exactly. I'm glad you understand. But it is a secretive order.
Now we know why you...
Yes. Still, I would have... There's more to it than being able to sense Darkspawn.
The Wardens...
Perhaps. I never I suppose I reminded them of something they'd...
You have a lot...
They take... I needed to believe something like that.
Why did Black...
He never told me. That night, didn't know I had an audience. You're assuming... Told the girl to keep the wine... Something had to be done.
This is amazing.
saw him just walking free.
That was a decision, and it was well considered. After what he did, I know many killed.
Oh, hi, yeah. Now, about Mythal.
Sarah, I don't know what reaction you want, but can this be it so we can be done?
All right, so maybe it's still you. Someone needed to do something. I mean, you went wading into a well of sorrows. I mean, that whole place. It makes messing with their relics real stupid. So, test done, you're still you. We can leave these lies behind.
I was aiming an arrow.
I heard once that if you're possessed, the demon will I don't know, I'm sorry, yeah? Morrigan's probably got better ways, but who can trust her?
You never do that to me.
Fine, all right. Sorry I don't know how to deal with rubbish no one would...
You seem pretty certain.
Course not. What, I mean, it was impressive and all. Makes the day... There can't be a bunch of gods, and the Maker. So call me stupid, but I believe the stuff not made up. I mean, it just makes sense, right?
The evidence is hard to ignore.
No, now you're stupid. You can't think that.
But everything we saw...
Why believe it? Because Abelas looked weird? If that's all it takes, I get it. You're an elf. You're the frigging herald of Andraste. Every time you open your mouth, you'll sound like an idiot.
It's not as if it matters what I believe.
Not for me to say, yeah. Anyway, believe what you want. So long as we... Hey you, I have an Inquisition. Just a little thing, really. A little march around for some of your people. It's nothing.
All right.
Jump right in. It's a Red Jenny thing. I got a tip. They're getting little people beat up.
Just walk.
Just walk through. Easy, right? Bigger than normal, I guess. Stuff like this is... Can't promise anything, but...
All right.
It's fun. Not everything. Getting serious about maid. How about not so much? Just asking. For not so much magic. Again, with your people. Solus. Varric. Thoughts? Sure. Not like yours. You just shut it. She's a bitch. But, I mean, what did their women look? Still kind of like him, though. And Cullen.
I do not like... Corypheus may not be able to travel through it. But what if some...
I don't think Morag...
Yes.
Oh? Ah. Right.
I'm not unreasonable.
did with the warden?
That was the warden.
Well,
Your chant doesn't cover such things. It's all right to admit that.
I hear Vashel was good pay for you, Inquisitor. Got a location for a stash. Just let me know when you're ready to head out. Be sure to bring your...
Who is putting...
Don't know. Doesn't matter, does it? Job done. Time... Oh, wait. Wait, this is weird.
What?
I was expecting a village or something. The people that leave me stuff don't trek out to places like this. Give me a city and I'll give you a tour, but... What's that?
Don't hurt me. Harmond made me do it.
Right. Things have gone sour. As they do.
No, it has to go right or he'll kill me for the marching.
You were the one with the rumor.
You're her? It's her. She's here. Red Jenny.
Personally involved. This is a tragic misunderstanding. Let's all sheathe our swords, you walk out, and we'll conduct this like business.
Don't believe this pissbag. He started it.
There. That wasn't so hard, was it? I do hope, Inquisitor, that you continue.
Freaking user, you are.
We're the same, you and I. Well, that is overstating it. You are nothing like me.
You want to talk now, but Sarah is...
Come now. You know how much her... Honestly, previous to this very moment, I thought you... Despite your foreign nature, as Inquisitor, you are a social peer.
Arse biscuit.
Quite. Inquisitor, Herald, I don't want to... If you are willing to recognize an opportunity, we could be exceptional partners.
A partnership gets me your enemies.
What are you doing? He's half the mess in...
And now his job is recruiting the other. You open the bargaining.
Surprising.
Won't be here.
Be sure to return the favor.
There's you. How was that Harmond mess, hey? I should be angry you let him live. I mean, he deserved worse for turning it all bad. But we made out just fine. Good one, you.
Risky, but keep it within the Inquisition.
Even though this puckered around us?
Even so.
Well, good. Right, what do you mean? Because I am really not used to that acceptance thing you're doing right there.
We'll have some differences, but I...
You're pretty big to be one of my contacts. Important, I mean, not fat. You're on my good side. Your wish is something, something. What about me? What? I picked... Where would I find one? All over? It's complicated. Well, maybe like that's soulless, right? Never be as good as we were. Well, who...
I think there's more to it than that.
Hey, someone wants to be angry about old debts, be angry. But if you're digging it up so you can wear it... I mean, you Dalish don't really know. You have... It's all fancy dress, not history.
I wonder who knows pain has tried the game. It's one who lacks a certain wherewithal. For he knows well of pain.
We reached the climax.
Not just us.
We'll be spread thin until the rest of our forces return from the Arbor Wilds.
Of course.
I've chosen a buckle over with turquoise. 5.
Thank you.
Your wish is something, something. After all, you should be one of them, but maybe not. And besides, numbers, right? It don't have to be important. It's inspiring. At least my baddie is... Hey, it's you again. You shouldn't be scary. Right, now you've got to make me feel bad for being frightened.
Inquisitor.
Urchin, bring me a moist towelette.
Your worship.
Let's see what we have.
Letters are pouring in from all corners. Congratulations, pledges of loyalty, conversions to Andraste.
All premature until we deal with Corypheus. Work?
You're concerned.
The consequences of drinking from that well. Never mind.
Let's see what we have.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor. Inquisitor. At your service.
To work?
Let's see what we have.
To work?
Inquisitor. Let's see what we have. At your service.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor. Inquisitor. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. Inquisitor.
Inquisitor. Inquisitor.
Let us begin.
Let's see what we have. Inquisitor.
red one.
Well, yes. He was a proud drop.
He's an enemy commander. I can no mercy when the stakes are this high.
Sword's out of his hand. That changes things.
Come on. What if someone else?
Workers can go about their jobs in peace now.
Серьезная тема интересует. Давай, короче, начнем с первой серьезной темы. Что в Стиме за сердечки? Начнем с первой очень серьезной темы, потом перецепим к таким темам. Что мне за сердечки в Стиме? Ну, ну, о, как забавно. Ладно. Короче, ты слышал новости, да? А, слышал, когда нас кричат в 10 часов утра примерно бомбануло что-то? Это просто календарь меня искал. Да, короче, шо бомбануло, там пограничный пост, украинцы атаковали. Но там, на самом деле, Россия первая начала свою, полномасштабную операцию, так скажем. Да. Ну вот такой вот пиздец. И украинские в идеале знают о чем. Меня примут как своего. У меня же отец украинец. Очень стыдно. Ха. Там есть бункер. Ты видел, короче, еще все банковские счета в Курской области заблокировали. И деньги никак не снять. Хотя кто сейчас наличкой пользуется на самом деле? Короче, что случилось? Планируют блокировать все кредитные карты, на которых есть накопления. В Курской области заблокировали абсолютно все банкоматы, с них вообще деньги не снять. Вот. Да, все блокируют. По крайней мере, включает и ни один банк, Сбербанк, Тинькофф, ВТБ не работает. Я читал новости, там было написано, что по всей Курской области это сделали и все области. Это мобильно. Не, я говорю именно про банкоматы. Секунду, Курская область. В Курской области ввели режим повышенной готовности. Так, что не то? Блокировка. Так. В Курской области. А я пока на его аккаунте там играю тихо, все перенаправляю себе. Потому что он с миномета еще не растет. Короче, я ВК зайду, там лучше на Курском там вроде выкладывали. Сейчас я, короче, зачитаю тебе, подожди. Так. Не то. Так. Я вижу, короче, что ты понимал в школе, он нас бомбануло, забегает учитель в наш кабинет, говорит, не бойтесь, дети, это мел упал у учительницы. Ага, блядь, с таким звуком чуть стекла не выбили, чтобы ты понимал. Потом она забегает, говорит, что это, короче, на станции у нас воздушки продували, а потом там новости, это долго бомбануло. Ой, кто это плохо видел? Неужели найти всякую фото? Они что ли на улице блокнули? Пиздец. Сегодня интернет через жопу работает. Но это есть почему. Минутка юмора. Давайте отдохнем от политики. У кого денег не было, всех в Сбербанке встречал сегодня. К чему это? А ты слышал, что российская армия захватила Чернобыльскую АЭС? Чернобыль. Российская армия захватила. Вопрос для чего? Блин. Это, знаешь, это перед Сталкером 2. У тебя в Тинькоффе было такое... А ты видел? Так ты же не любишь вселенную Сталкер, ты же вроде говорил.
Inquisitor.
Ну вот, короче, я нашел эту новость, вот что бомбануло сейчас. Увидел? Ответ за то, что они обстреляли украинские войска. В ТикТоке вообще пиздец творит. То, что ты понимал, в Питере, в Москве, в каком-то еще городе в российском вышли на митинги с флагом Украины, типа хуй войне. Ты знаешь, типа, день вообще забавный. Сегодня такое случилось. Сегодня впервые Богдан увидел Баркиджа, он мне начал написывать. думаешь, что я Игорь, я такой, да, привет. О, какие люди! Как давно не виделись. Типа в этом. Ладно, вернулась в гильдии. Типа вообще странный чел на самом деле. Вот, я вступил в одну гильдию у пиратов. И что, это прикольная тема, довольно хорошая, ходит по тем данжам. Короче, ну что это вообще? Там и восточники, и западники, и пираты. Типа ты можешь с ними поговорить, там довольно дружелюбные ребята, им пофиг в какой то гильдии. Типа, просто иногда надо порой заходить с ними, поговорить, всякое такое. Вот, ну, они тебе могут помочь во многом в Аркейже, на самом деле. При этом сейчас зашел сюда. Блять, смешно, знаешь, типа, чекаю все курчатов, война. Еще женщина для отношений. Мне 33, сам из Белгорода. Не сидевший, работаю промальпом. Ладно. Тех мужчин. Нам в Алжире сегодня отправляли, короче, фигню одну по поводу вот этой всей фигни. И типа писали, собираем деньги на помощь ДНР и ЛНР. Отец сказал, что ни рубля не скинут.
She's one I would offer no mercy. We nearly lost the
Да,
crew.
на самом деле, ты знаешь, куда все деньги уходят на операцию, когда вот это по телевизору проходит жалко, на самом деле, но на самом деле, куда все деньги сливаются, все знают.
Will you need me again today?
Ой, как тебе, кстати, новые скины в Аркейже, которые бесплатно дают? М. М. Мы сегодня, короче, столько людей с челом переглопали, я в этой Аркейже не хотел. Я нашел чистых парей, типа вообще челики отпадные. Что ты понимал, у них по 14 КГС, они просто ебут тело с 20 к. Мгм. Да и в одиночку соку выносят. И мы еще казалось, я такой сижу в дискорде, разговариваю с ними, и знаешь, кто там в дискорд заходит? Слышишь? Так демон. Знакомый ник. Помню, когда мы везли на кабриолетах, ему трактор ломали 5 раз. Понял? Да, 5 раз ему ломали. Вот, он мне возместил ущерб. Довольно прикольный челик, пообщались с ним. М? В Аркейже, кстати, новый данжик довольно прикольный вышел. Ну, типа, это, знаешь, на самом деле, он прикольный, но и такой себе, так что-то среднее между многочаром. И знаешь, вот это, помнишь, короче, зомби-режим ой, в Кроссфаре, когда ты по волнам проходишь, что-то наподобие этого. Вот. У меня же есть доступ к игреному Кроссфайру, я забыл.
Your worship.
Не знаю, не знаю, давай, короче, сейчас посмотреть доллар. Цена. Угадай, сколько доллар сейчас стоит? 87. Таня, почему ты вчера доллары не покупал? А вот у моего дома лежит 20 тысяч. Не тяжело, мы квартиру на Украине продавали 2 года назад. Потому что у нас там еще 2. С дома прощал. Так, вот, почекай украинские новости. Пролистает украинские заблокали. Медленно крутится очень.
You don't have the strength of treaties to judge a true Grey Warden, man.
Первого. Ну, ладно, наверное, так пойду, а то завтра уроки, а потом буду до часа ночи играть. До 3 точнее. Ой, ладно, пошел тогда, давай. 11 класс. Скоро ЕГЭ. Да вот и позже. Ладно, я пошел.
Inquisitor?
Good time today. You're one of the faster ones. We all try.
Inquisitor?
Inquisitor.
Had granted them power over the
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor, if you have a moment.
Inquisitor?
Did you see that dragon?
Stone mat, Inquisitor. Stone mat, Inquisitor.
Do you have insight into this?
Who better, right?
Maker, though the darkness comes upon me,
Will you need
I
me
shall
again
embrace-
today? Inquisitor?
Maker, hear this hymn of our repentance.
Inquisitor, thank the Maker you're here. Morrigan chased after her son into the Illuvian. She was terrified.
She was chasing Kieran.
She said he activated the mirror somehow, and then she ran into it. I've never seen Morrigan like that. You must go after her. I will find help, Inquisitor.
Wait, this isn't the crossroads. This is the Fade. How did the Illuvian lead here? Can it go anywhere? Morrigan!
Go back. I must find Kieran before it's too late. Why would Kieran do this? How could he do this? We stand in the Fade. To direct the Illuvian here would require immense power. If he is lost to me now, after all I have sacrificed...
Rather convenient this happened just as I...
Yes, cleverly. You drank from the well, Inquisitor.
Nothing.
Whatever happens to him now, 'tis my doing. I set him on this path. Please, help me look. There he is!
Who's with him?
That's...
Mother!
Mother.
Now, isn't this a surprise?
So this is all some kind of family reunion.
Mother, daughter, grandson. It rather warms the heart, does it not?
Kieran is not your grandson. Let him go.
As if I were holding the boy hostage. She's always been ungrateful, you see.
Ungrateful? I know how you plan to extend your life, wicked crone. You will not have me, and you will not have my son.
Oh, be a good lad and restrain her.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know.
Of course you know. You drank from the well, did you not?
You... Eria'thal.
You are. It's very nice to finally meet you.
You see, girl, those are manners, as you require a demonstration.
I require nothing from you but your death.
You tried that once already, and see how far it got you.
I'm sorry, Mother. I heard her calling to me. She said now was the time.
I do not understand.
Once I was but a woman, crying out in the lonely darkness for justice. And she came to me, a wisp of an ancient being, and she granted me all I wanted and more. I have carried Mythal through the ages ever since, seeking the justice denied to her.
Then you carry Mythal inside you?
She is a part of me, no more separate than your heart from your chest. What do the voices tell you?
They say you speak the truth.
But what was Mythal? A legend given name and called a god? Or something more? Truth is not the end, but a beginning. So young and vibrant, you do the people proud and have come far. As for me, I have had many names, but you may call me Flemeth.
If Mythal is a part of you, why haven't you helped us? We've called to you, prayed to you.
What was could not be changed.
What about now? You know so much.
You know not what you ask, child.
Why did Mythal come to you?
For a reckoning that will shake the very heavens.
And you follow her whims? Do you even know what she truly is?
You seek to preserve the powers that were, but to what end? It is because I taught you, girl. Because things happened that were never meant to happen. She was betrayed as I was betrayed, as the world was betrayed. Mythal clawed and crawled her way through the ages to me, and I will see her avenged! Alas, so long as the music plays, we dance.
I know the name Flemeth. My people call you Ashabelenar, the woman of many years, and speak of lover. Your husband then tricked you, killed your lover, and imprisoned you. Then a spirit came to offer you vengeance. Mythal, that's what you spoke of.
One day someone will summarize the terrible events of your life so quickly. But yes, I was that woman. That is how my tale began.
Flemeth appears in other legends, helping heroes for reasons of her own.
I nudge history when it's required. Other times, a shove is needed.
I presume you know what we're up against.
Better than you could possibly imagine.
So will you help us?
Once I have what I came for.
No. I will not allow it.
He carries a piece of what once was, snatched from the jaws of darkness. You know this.
He is not your pawn, Mother. I will not let you use him.
Have you not used him? Was that not your purpose? The reason you agreed to his creation?
That was then. Now he is my son. Flemeth extends her life by possessing the bodies of her daughters, Inquisitor. That was the fate she intended for me. I thwarted her, and now she intends to have Kieran instead.
Wait, the way she talked about Kieran.
I am not the only one carrying the soul of a being long thought lost.
He is more than that, Mother.
As am I. Yet do you hear me complain? Our destinies are not so easily avoided, dear girl.
Mother, I have to.
You do not belong to her, Kieran. Neither of us do.
If Kieran is so special, why did you wait until now to come for him?
I did not know where he was. Morrigan cleverly hid him from me. Until now.
'Twas the well.
Be thankful you did not drink. Imagine, bound to your dear mother for eternity.
Whatever else you think he is, Kieran is still a child.
and so much better behaved than his mother was at his age.
Kieran,
As you wish. Hear my proposal, dear girl. Let me take the lad, and you are free of me forever. I will never interfere with or harm you again. Or keep the lad with you, and you will never be safe from me. I will have my due.
he returns with me.
Decided so quickly.
Do whatever you wish. Take over my body now if you must, but Kieran will be free of your clutches. I am many things, but I will not be the mother you were to me.
No more dreams?
No more dreams. A soul is not forced upon the unwilling, Morrigan. You were never in danger from me. As for you, Inquisitor, there is an ancient altar deep within a shaded wood. Go to it. Summon the dragon that is its guardian. Master it in combat, and it is yours to command against Corypheus. Fail and die.
Wait! Are you all right, Kieran? You are not hurt?
I feel lonely.
She wanted the old god soul all along. Is it worth reminding myself that perhaps I do not know everything after all? My mother has the soul of an elven goddess, or whatever Mythal truly was.
So Kieran...
Taken from the archdemon at the final battle of... He has never known anything else.
But why did...
I told you at the temple that Kieran had a destiny, and now it is in...
You true...
I knew she kept the... I always thought the so-called elven... And doubt... I suppose I should be thankful you drank from the well.
For what it's worth, I think...
Did I? Mother said you must...
I think...
As no doubt. Pray my mother has not led you astray.
It's here. I can feel it.
Yes, we feel it as well. You sure? There aren't any runes in these parts.
I'm sure it's here. Just keep an eye out. There it is. This is all that's left of the altar. We few who travel far, call to me and I will come. Without mercy, without fear.
Cry havoc in the moonlight. Let the fire of vengeance burn. The cause is clear. A very old invocation. Perfectly translated.
Strange that there wasn't an altar like this at Mithal's temple. The temple was a place of justice. But this is different. This was where the elves called to her. Spoke to her. Then one day she disappeared and they had no one to speak to.
Do you need to do this alone?
No, definitely stay. I'm here, Flemeth. Just as you told me. If I must master a dragon to fight Corypheus, then send it.
Will it come back?
It will come when I summon it. Once. That's enough to fight Corypheus, however. I have my dragon.
Now we need only find Corypheus.
Inquisitor?
Did you find what you need, Inquisitor?
I found that and then some, believe me.
Then all that remains is to find Corypheus before he comes to us.
We've been looking for his base since all this began, with no success.
His dragon must come and go from somewhere.
Oh, what about the deep roads? We could send word to Orzammar, hire envoys to...
Corypheus.
He did that? But why?
Either I close the breach again, or it swallows the world.
But that's Magnus. Wouldn't it kill him as well?
Inquisitor, we have no forces to send with you. We must wait for them to return from the Arbor Wilds.
I must go now, before it's too late.
Tell me, where is your maker now? Call him. Call down his wrath upon me. You cannot, for he does not exist. I am Corypheus. I shall deliver you from this lie in which you linger. Bow before your new god and be spared.
Never!
As you wish.
I knew you would come. It ends here, Corypheus.
And so it shall. You have been most successful in foiling my plans, but let us not forget what you are. A thief in the wrong place at the wrong time, an interloper, a gnat. We shall prove here, once and for all, which of us is worthy of godhood.
I don't believe in gods.
dragon! How clever of you! It will avail you nothing. You will fall as a warning to those who oppose my divine will. I shall steer you from the very heavens. You dare to touch an avatar of divinity. Look at you, wearing slave markings on your face with pride. You are nothing. A race of sniveling If you desire cowards, death, you strike shall before have it defends our power. If you desire death, you shall have it. I will not